And it's always great you get a win, and didn't play just consistent. And what I mean by that is that we had opportunities early to put the game away, just too many penalties. And then we had a offensive line where offensively we never in rhythm because some of the guys that didn't play in this game were some of our starters. But overall, very pleased with the win, and we know we can always build on it. You always look for improvement from game 1 to game 2, and we know we have a tough road test next week going out to California. And we are going to have to play much better than what we played tonight. But anytime you're on the road, you're going to have to pack your defense. And defensively, thought we were able to shut them down. Gave up the one big run there. We're just out of a gap, but. We just need to get ready, get our injured guys back next week and get ready and get prepared to go play California.
Charlie, once Shackelford went out, we counted 7 starters out of the lineup. Was that the ramifications of the Notre Dame game, the physicality of that, or things happened during the week that you weren't expecting?
No, it was just from that game. We had a bunch of guys beat up, but what's good, Brian? We counted 7 guys out, and we were able to go out and even be effective. And guys that we filled in, I told our guys that we're in a position now where some of you guys have been in the program, and it's time for you to step up and help us and help this program, and they did. I thought we did a fairly good job up front of protecting the quarterback and being able to run the ball.
On the right, Mike. Charlie, you showed a lot against Notre Dame last week, and it's almost anticlimactic, but are you still kind of impressed by how consistent Shane has been at quarterback, considering it's just a second college game?
Yeah, Shane is, the thing he does is his preparation, and he goes and he works on it the whole week. And, a good thing about him, he has a lot of guys around him now, and you have some really good players. Last week was number 1 catching the deep ball. Then you watch Leonard today go out and go get one. But it's just fun to watch him, just how he continues to develop and just get better and better.
On the left center.
Charlie, before the season, you talked about not even being able to field 2 offensive lines. If someone got hurt, you're wondering who's going to come in, but you're able to sit that many starters. What does that say about the depth you've developed over the offseason?
Said what I was preaching to our coaches is that we need to find 22 players on offense and 22 players on defense. And the reason why I made that statement is that those guys all practice. So I said, when we go out to practice, it's the 2 offense versus the 1 defense. Let them go play. And you look at the offensive line tonight, with the exception of Vahi and Shaq starting off, Hodges being in there. But you look at Alex Anderson, and I was teasing him. I said, I never, ever thought that you would be running out here starting a game, and all the players started laughing just to loosen them up some. But just to see that, and then to see Rodriguez go out and play as well as he played. And then in the second half, we saw those young receivers where you saw 9 on the field. You saw Duvernay. You saw Dorian Leonard. You saw 4 out there catching a ball. But we're beginning to build it where we can get too deep, and where if a guy does, have an injury, you feel very comfortable with the next guy moving in.
On your right, Anwar. Coach, in 2 games, you guys put up 50 points last week, 41 this week. So, what has thrown you over when you brought to the table? What do you think you've been doing so effectively?
Just putting pressure on defenses and being able to, when you can be balanced where you can run the ball and you have that added dimension where you can throw the ball deep, and a lot of our routes are vertical routes where you can win outside, then it puts so much pressure on defenses. And now you got to either want to load, if you want to load a box, then you got to be able to cover outside. And we feel like we have enough guys outside where we can win. And now if you want to back up and play coverage, then we just turn the ball, hand it off to either 25 or 33 or 21 and let our big old backs run. And then the quarterback, Shane did a really good job tonight of pulling the ball, being effective with it. But he's doing a great job of just mixing it up with the run and pass.
Charlie, was it part of the deal for Gerard's birthday that he gets a couple touchdowns tonight? And what can you just say about his growth so quickly at the position?
Well, I think about last week, and I look at the way the 2 quarterbacks performed last week. When you look at what Bouchel and Swoops did, now you take another quarterback in Gerard today who moved a receiver and had the 2 catches that he made for the touchdown. And that's the way he does at practice. He's a player that he practices so hard, and he has so much energy, and he's always vibrant. He always have a smile on his face, and even in pregame meal, he's one guy you have to, hey, Gerard, hold it down. And even this morning when I said, hey, let's give 3 to Gerard. Today's his birthday. And he looked at me and said, how'd you know that? I said, don't worry about it. I knew it was your birthday. All right, so we'll see if you're going to do anything today. And he caught the one and then got the late one there. But there's a really good connection between him and Shane. The first catch was a really good catch where he just went up over the defender. Second one he was open. But it's just fun to watch how he continues to grow. And he's not a selfish player because you look at a guy like him who's played quarterback his whole life. Now all of a sudden he's playing wide receiver and he's being productive, and that's what you like to see.
In the middle, Jim.
Did you wonder or worry at all about how this young team might respond after a game like last week?
I did, Jim. I was very concerned, and what I told him, there's a lot of teams that are successful, but there's very few teams that know how to handle success. And I just watched. We had that short week, so I gave them. We played Sunday, so I gave them Monday off, and then Tuesday we had to do the film prep from the Notre Dame game, and we really didn't get a chance to really get on the top of UTEP. So then, during the week, you felt like you was always a day behind. We're trying to play catch up. And so the preparation, I was just so nervous because I said, oh, God, everybody's been telling them how great they done. They've been reading it. Now how are we going to respond? And that's all I kept talking about, just focus. And you haven't done anything yet. We're going to be just a one-game wonder. What are we going to do? How are we going to respond? How can we respond? And I kind of put it on the seniors. I had a meeting in here on Thursday with the seniors, and I said, hey, listen, we got to get their attention. We have a young team. They've been told a lot. Probably a lot of you guys aren't missing class this week because you enjoy sitting in the classroom now because everybody's looking at you, telling you how great you did. But it was a challenge, and I told our coaching staff that we're all it's gonna fall on all of our shoulders to get this young team going.
On the left, Max.
Charlie, there were times last year when you guys really struggled to throw the ball. What you're doing now, system-wise, seems pretty simple. Have you been pleased by how much it's really opened up?
Well, what we have is we have the athletes out there now, and you're opening up where you have a quarterback who can get the ball out, and if somebody, if they want to try to press them, they're fast enough to run past them. If they back off, then they can sit down and catch the ball. You look at, the guy just continues to just be effective. In 2 games, look what Petey's done. Nobody ever heard of Petey until this year, and look how effective he is on punt returns. And now he catches the ball. He can make a guy miss, and then he's able to, move the ball and get it at the yards after the catch. But it's just been fun just watching, and the competition is so fierce because you can go out there. You can go out there with Petey. You can go out there with Jake Oliver. You can go there with Duvernay. You can go out there with Hurd. Then you go outside with Colin. You can go outside with Burke, and now Leonard making a big catch that he made. Little Jordan coming in there making a catch. But you had just so many weapons there. But I think that what happens, the throwing game is opened up because of how effectively we can run the football.
Down front, Dan.
I know he was slow, like cramps a little bit last week, but what is a guy like Chris Boyd kind of bring to his special teams?
I'm sorry, Chris Boyd. He gets down there, and you see just how effective he is. Now he had 2 penalties, which I didn't like. I think the one he can cover punts, and he gets on top of them and makes a hit. He forced the 2 fumbles. We didn't get him, but he's my gunner, what I call a gunner, and he's the guy that he has no rules at all. He just goes to the football. I tell him, I don't care if you cross 5 guys, you just get to the football and go make the tackle. And I have contained guys that just play off of him. But it's just been fun to watch him. Then he got some time at the corner position where he's able to play a little.
Front left, Kirk.
Yeah. Have you ever had this many weapons as playmakers? And is it going to be hard to double team any of them, especially the receiver?
Really, I haven't heard. It's been fun to watch it, and we're just 2 games into the season, and we're only going to get better. And the quarterback is throwing the ball well, and you have a 1 and 2 punch at the quarterback position because now you can open up and let Bushi throw it, and then also he's effective enough to run the ball. Then you can bring Swoops in there and ride him. He aired out that one to Duvernay if he don't push off. I mean, there's a heck of a throw that he made. But then you just look at it just at your skill position, what you have, and then you look at the big skill with your running back position. And now offensive line-wise, you were able to play some guys tonight where they got some playing time, and now the guys that we didn't play, now they'll be back and be ready to go.
Middle, Sean.
Coach, obviously you didn't play a lot of guys tonight that got some rest.
Yeah, I will. I will have those guys back because Bloor will be back, Connor will be back, Big Perk will be back. We'll get those guys back. We're going to look at Shaq this evening. I mean, they're probably looking at him right now, see exactly where we are with him. But most of those guys, they all will be back next week when we go to Cal.
Charlie, even before you guys kicked off, Oklahoma State had lost on that fluke play to a MAC team. Clemson and Georgia had narrow escapes. How good was it, one, to see your guys take care of business, given how nervous you were? And two, did you reference any of those games pregame with your team?
I didn't get a chance to watch the Oklahoma State ending, but I talked to our guys about how teams right now are, the teams that are supposedly ranked higher and have high rankings are struggling right now. So let's not go out and struggle. Let's go out and be effective from the start. And don't get it. I said that you got to play where you're playing against yourself and you're not playing against an opponent. So you try to see if you can't be better than you were last week.
One last one, and players are in the breakout room. Jeff, go ahead.
Charlie, with what you got out of Hager and Roach tonight, can you talk about the guys you have on the edge looking after the quarterback and the depth you've been able to create there?
Yeah, what we did this week on defense, we came out and we just played. I took Hager and we moved him and put him on the outside because one thing about him, you're going to get everything out, and he's going to rush hard. He's going to chase. He's going to play with a lot of effort. He's going to play with a lot of energy. And even at practice, guys don't like to hit him. They'll do anything not to hit him, because they know he goes so hard. And I was telling Coach Bedford, I said, let's find a way to get Hager on the field. Let's just find a way. And me and Coach Haley, we were sitting there talking, and I said, you know what, let's put him and 40 on the field at the same time and put our linemen, and then we don't have to play so much nickel. Let's play 5 down and play the backers, and then let Hager just come off the edge. Blitzed him a lot, made a lot of plays. Even Roach. Roach is so athletic, but him and Hager are similar because they play with so much energy, and it's fun to be in the defensive line room when Coach Haley is going over it because, you look at those two guys, and they're kind of like kamikazes, they're kind of just sitting there and then he's trying to tempo those two guys down because the other three, they're going to go, but not like those two. But it was just fun to watch him tonight, and you see he made a lot of plays. But whenever you put him out there, he's going to make plays. Something's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to be good a lot, but sometimes it may be bad. But it's going to be in our favor. All right, thank you.